Students, today we are continuing with the sums of exercise 7.5. Here we continue the exercise 7.5. Question number 2, first one. Limit x tends to pi upon 6 to sin x minus 1 upon pi minus 6x. Here we will take the substitution h is equal to x minus pi upon 6 or x is equal to pi upon 6 plus h. Then we know when x tends to x tends to pi upon 6, then h tends to 0. That is, here put x is equal to pi upon 6, then pi upon 6 minus pi upon 6 is equal to h. Then it is 0. That is, h is equal to 0 means here we are taking the limit x tends to. So h tends to 0. Now we will simplify the denominator and numerator separately. So first consider the numerator. 2 sin x minus 1 is equal to 2 into sin pi upon 6 plus h. Take the substitution. X is equal to pi upon 6 plus h minus 1. And here sin a plus b form. Sin a plus b is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b minus 1. So 2 into sin pi upon 6 is 1 upon 2 cos h plus cos pi upon 6 is root 3 upon 2 sin h minus 1. So opening this bracket will be like 2 into 1 upon 2. 2 will get cancelled from both the terms. Then it is cos h plus root 3 sin h minus 1. And root 3 sin h minus 1 minus cos h. We will write this as 1 minus is taken out. Then it is 1 minus cos h. And root 3 sin h minus 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. So it is 1 minus cos h is 2 sin square h by 2. Now we take the substitution for the denominator. Denominator is pi minus 6x is equal to pi minus 6 into x is pi upon 6 plus h. So pi minus 6 into pi upon 6 is pi itself because 6 will get cancelled, and minus 6h, and pi minus pi 0 minus 6h remained. So applying these substitutions in the numerator and denominator, then it will become limit h tends to 0 root 3 sin h minus 2 sin square h by 2 upon minus 6h. Now we will separate this denominator for both the terms in the numerator. So limit h tends to 0. The first term will be minus root 3 upon 6 sin h upon h. And the second term will be minus minus is there in both the numerator and denominator. So it will be plus 2 upon 6 is 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 sin square h by 2 upon h. So we'll make the adjustment here. Sin h by 2 upon h by 2. That is, we just divided by 2 with this h into 2 also taken. So h by 2 into 2. So h by 2 is taken with the sin h by 2. That it is sin h by 2 by h by 2, and the extra 2 is divided here. So 1 by 2 and 1 sin h by 2 is written here separately. So it is minus root 3 upon 6 limit h tends to 0 sin h by h plus 1 by 6. Here 1 by 3 into 1 by 2, 1 by 6 limit sin h by 2 by h by 2 into limit h tends to 0 sin h by 2. That is, we can give the limit separately for each term. Now apply the limits by the results. Limit h tends to 0 sin h by h is 1. So first term will be minus root 3 upon 6 into 1 plus 1 by 6 into the first term will be 1, but the second term is sin h by 2, that is sin 0. H tends to 0, then it is sin h by 2 tends to 0, that is sin 0. Sin 0 will tend to 0, means sin 0 is equal to 0 only. So it will be first term only remained, that is minus root 3 upon 6 into 1, that is equal to minus root 3 upon 6. Question number 2, fifth one. Limit x tends to pi upon 2 cos 3x plus 3 cos x upon 2x minus pi the whole cube. Here we will take the substitution. X minus pi upon 2 is equal to h, or x is equal to pi upon 2 plus h. Now we know when x is equal to pi upon 2 plus h, then when x tends to pi upon 2, h tends to 0 only. That is, just put x is equal to pi upon 2, you will get h is equal to 0. So we are taking this tends to. That is, x tends to pi upon 2, then h tends to 0. Now apply the substitution in the denominator first. That is, 2x minus pi will become 2 into pi upon 2 plus h minus pi. And open this bracket, we will get 2 into pi upon 2 is pi plus 2 into h, 2h minus pi, which is equal to 2h by cancelling this pi minus pi. Now we will simplify the given function little more, then we apply the substitution. Then limit x tends to pi upon 2, this cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. This formula you have to learn. Cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x plus 3 cos x upon 2x minus pi the whole cube. Here minus 3 cos x and plus 3 cos x cancelled. That is 4 into cos cube x upon 2x minus pi the whole cube. Now we will apply the substitution for the limit. Then when limit x tends to pi by 2, then limit h tends to 0. 4 into cos pi upon 2 plus h. X is equal to pi upon 2 plus h the whole cube upon 2h the whole cube. Now limit h tends to 0. 4 into cos pi by 2 plus h is minus sin h. That is, pi by 2 plus h is in the third quadrant, where cos pi by 2 plus h is equal to minus sin h. Because in the third quadrant cos is negative, so minus sin h the whole cube upon 8h. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, h into h into h cube. So minus 4 upon 8 is taken out as it is the constant. So minus 4 upon 8 will become minus 1 by 2. Limit h tends to 0. Here sin h the whole cube, h cube. So we will come this and make it as sin h by h the whole cube and take the limit inside this bracket. We will get it is a limit h tends to 0 sin h by h, that is 1. 1 cube it is. Minus 1 by 2 into 1 cube, that is minus 1 by 2. Next one, limits of exponential and logarithmic functions. To evaluate the limits of exponential and logarithmic functions, we make use of the following results. Let us have the results, and the results derived from this also given correspondingly. That is, limit x tends to 0, e raised to x minus 1 upon x is equal to log e is equal to 1. Here in place of x we have px, in the denominator also px. Then we can use the same result here. Limit x tends to 0, e raised to px minus 1 upon px is equal to 1. Next one, limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 upon x is equal to log a, where a is a positive number, should not be 0. Then the corresponding limit, limit x tends to 0, a raised to px minus 1 upon px is equal to log a only. Next one, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x whole raised to 1 upon x is equal to e, and then here it is written, the eighth one is correspondingly limit x tends to 0, 1 plus px the whole raised to 1 upon px is equal to e only. Then limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x upon x is equal to 1. Then we know limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus px upon px will be 1 only. These results you have to learn thoroughly. Now we are solving the sums of exercise 7.6. Question number 1, first one. Evaluate the limit x tends to 0, 9 raised to x minus 5 raised to x upon 4 raised to x minus 1. Here we will make the adjustment. Minus 1 plus 1 is taken extra in the numerator. That is, we need to apply the result. So the function will be of the form a raised to x minus 1 upon x. Also, here we will separate the terms like 9 raised to x minus 1 minus is taken out, then the second term will be 5 raised to x minus 1 upon 4 raised to x minus 1 as it is. Now we need the denominator of all the term as x. So we will divide both the numerator and denominator by x, then separate the separate the denominator for each term. That is 9 raised to x minus 1 upon x minus 5 raised to x minus 1 upon x divided by 4 raised to x minus 1 upon x. Now we can apply the limits, that is limit x tends to 0. 9 raised to x minus 1 upon x is log 9, and limit x tends to 0, 5 raised to x minus 1 upon x is log 5, and denominator limit x tends to 0, 4 raised to x minus 1 by x is log 4 by using this result. Now 1 by 4 into log a minus log b is nothing but log 9 upon 5. That is log a upon b, here it is log 9 upon 5. So 1 by log 4 into log 9 upon 5 is the value of the given limit. Question number 1, fourth one. Limit x tends to 0, 6 raised to x plus 5 raised to x plus 4 raised to x minus 3 raised to x plus 1 upon sine x. Here we will take the adjustment, that is minus 1 is needed along with each term. So we will take minus 1 here in the 6 raised to x minus 1, 5 raised to x minus 1, 4 raised to x minus 1. That is minus 3 is taken extra. So we have to adjust it with plus 3. So plus 3 is written divided by sine x, and this minus 3 raised to x plus 1 is as it is. Now we will separate the terms, that is 6 raised to x minus 1 plus 5 raised to x minus 1 plus 4 raised to x minus 1 minus of 3 into, here 3 raised to x plus 1 can be written as 3 raised to x into 3 raised to 1. So 3 raised to 1 is 3. 3 is common in these two terms, and minus 3 is taken out, and minus 3 into 3 raised to x minus 1 divided by sin x, and each term we have to divide by x to apply the limit or result. So limit x tends to 0, 6 raised to x minus 1 by x, that is by adjusting, like dividing both numerator and denominator by x, then it is balanced. So 6 raised to x minus 1 upon x plus 5 raised to x minus 1 upon x plus 4 raised to x minus 1 upon x minus 3 into 3 raised to x minus 1 upon x divided by sin x by x. Now we will apply the limits for each term in the numerator and denominator. So limit x tends to 0, 6x minus 1 upon x plus limit x tends to 0, 5 raised to x minus 1 upon x plus limit x tends to 0, 4 raised to x minus 1 upon x minus 3 into 3 is constant. So taken out of the limit, minus 3 into limit x tends to 0, 3 raised to x minus 1 by x. Denominator is limit x tends to 0 sin x upon x. Now we apply the values like limit a, this all the terms in the numerator are of the form limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 by x. The result is log a. So here first term log 6, second term log 5, then log 4 minus 3 into log 3 divided by, we have the limit x tends to 0 sin x upon x is 1. So log, these three terms are like we have to apply the logarithmic rule, that is log a plus log b plus log c form, that is log a into b into c, that is log 6 into 5 into 4 minus 3 log 3 can be written as log 3 cube. So log a minus log b form. So log a upon b. So log 6 into 5 into 4, that is 40 divided by 20. After simplifying, you can cancel 3 from numerator and denominator, then we will get the value log 40 upon 9 as the value of the given limit. Few more sums are there in this exercise which will be solved in the next video. Thank you.